Hi, everyone, and welcome to my home. This is the Kalashaw home here on Spatial. And first of all, I just wanted to thank Miriam for inviting me to speak to all of you. I so wish I could be there with you today in this virtual metaverse reality, which is so amazing. I'm new to it, actually, and I'm having so much fun learning about it. But unfortunately, or fortunately rather, I will be at a kirtan and singing and using my voice, actually. So I guess today was meant to be a day about the voice. So just to let you know, I'm doing a screen recording right now, and I thought I would do a recording of my home here on Spatial because it's so much fun. Here is my partner and our dog Poochu, who we love and adore. And I think this is so cool. I've got a waterfall in the backyard. I've got a little picture of myself over there. Hey, there I am. Little selfie there. That was the dog cage in the background, by the way. And yeah, look at this. It's so cool, this new metaverse. Excuse me. So I'm doing a screen recording on my iPad. So in order to record just short clips, I'm going to turn it off every minute or two. So in case it seems a little bit disjunct or breaks up a bit, that's the reason why. So anyways, I just wanted to, I love meditation. I've been meditating for 30 years and I've been probably singing for longer than that, but I studied opera and musical theater and jazz in college and in graduate school. I was also a communications major, so I've been using my voice and thinking about my voice for a long time, and as well as, like I said, meditating. And I think meditation's wonderful. It gives us an opportunity to stop, to sit, and to allow ourselves to think freely, hopefully, and to feel freely, and to wonder, to ask questions. And I do believe if you ask, you will receive. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you're religious or spiritual, maybe you pray to God, and meditation allows you the opportunity to listen to God. Or if you're more of like a universe person, you can listen to the universe. Or maybe, which is really important, to listen to your own heart. Because I'm one of those people who believes that everything you really need is inside of you. All the wisdom you need, all the truth, all the gems, it's inside of you. Somebody once said, the kingdom of heaven is within. So it's all about our true nature and who we are, what we are in our essence, and what we are connected to. So yes, of course, it's wonderful to get information outside of ourselves. And with things like Google these days, it's so easy to get so much information, and that's wonderful. I'm an English teacher now here in the UAE, and I love Google because I can get all kinds of information. So what's the difference between just Googling about the voice or Googling about vocal exercises and actually experiencing something? First, I'd like to just read. I'm going to jump around a little bit. That's how I am. I'm not very linear. I'm more associative. I'm going to read what Miriam sent me. And she says the event will be on the metaverse. And at first I was like, what is that? And it will be discussing the importance of your vocal image. Your vocal image. Well, again, as a meditator, I think of image and I think of branding and I think of marketing and I think of authenticity. And I think it's very important as we begin to speak about the voice to think about being authentic, being honest, finding our true voice. And that will create a vocal image. But I think it's very important. The voice is amazing because as a communicator, as a singer, it expresses so much. It can be loud, it can be quiet, it can express so many different emotions and vibrations and feelings. And so I think it's very important that everything that we talk about today is rooted in our heart center, in our spiritual center, in the center, the core of our being, because that's really how we're going to discover all the gems, you could say, and all of the beauty that's going to be unleashed through your voice and through your whole life, actually, your whole life. So anyway, she was talking about the vocal image as a leader, as a human being, and as a spiritual being. And wow, this could be a huge discussion, and it's so exciting. Like I said, I really wish I could be with you. You know what? I'm going to stop recording right now. This has been a little bit long, and just give me one moment. All right, so I'm back. Yes. So the objective, she says, is to raise awareness on vocal training to develop people emotionally, spiritually, and socially, and the value of having a vocal image as a leader. So, if you don't mind, if you're open to it, I would like to do just sort of a very easy, relaxed meditation, contemplation about a few different thoughts that I'm just going to ask questions, okay? So if you would, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to close my eyes here and just get relaxed. Just let go of all the stress from today and just allow yourself to hear your own inner voice. It's so important that we feel ourselves, that we sense the core, the aliveness, the dynamic energy that we have within us. So just feel that in your heart. And just notice real quickly, because I know we don't have a lot of time, but quickly meditate. Quickly think about your thoughts. Think about them. Just see them, rather. Be aware of your thoughts. Thoughts are constantly changing. The brain creates something like 60,000 thoughts a day. Are you the thinker of those thoughts? Notice how thoughts are just arising and falling, appearing and disappearing, all by themselves. Uninvited, and yet here they come. They enter into our consciousness, into our space of awareness, and we're either aware of those thoughts or we're unaware. Meditation gives you the opportunity to stop and to just to be and to be aware. By the way, as you may have noticed, I wanted to share something with you which I almost never ever talk about it, but I've had speech impediment sounds like a strong word, but speech issues since I was a little kid. When I was a little kid, my dad actually has recordings of me like fumbling my words and saying white and all this stuff, mispronouncing. And because anxiety has been something I've had to deal with my whole life, it affects my voice sometimes. So sometimes I don't quite get my words out. So I'll come back to that, but I just wanted to introduce that sometimes challenges are given to us in order to strengthen something in us. They say you teach what you have to learn. So I'm so excited again to be here to talk about the voice because it's something I've been really thinking about and ruminating about for my entire life, basically. I'm almost always conscious of how I'm speaking and how I might be perceived by other people, and also where I'm speaking from. Such an important question. Am I speaking from my heart or am I speaking from my mind? Am I speaking from my actual experience, direct experience about something, or am I just regurgitating like a parrot different concepts or ideas that I may have picked up from somebody else? So as we talk about, well, actually all of these topics, it's so important that if you want to be a leader, if you want to be a spiritual being, you are. If you want to be a human being, which you are, you have to find your center. You have to find your heart. You have to find your core. So become aware of your thoughts. Become aware of your feelings, your emotions. Become aware of any sensations that you may feel in the body. And just sit, listen, and be. Just be. And ask yourself, think about all the people that you have heard speak. A human being, someone in your family, maybe a political leader, maybe somebody famous, a speaker or a singer. What was it about their voice that you liked? And think about people that you disliked as well, their voices. Maybe some people spoke and it was like cringing, you were resistant to it. Something felt off about the vibration of their voice. So think about both of these. Think about somebody's voice who you really enjoy. Somebody who you could just listen to forever and ever and ever. Maybe a singer again, who just has that certain vibration, that feeling. And ask yourself, what do you think it is about their voice that you like? Do you feel they are connected to something? Would you say they are shallow people or deep people? It could be either way, by the way. Just think about what it is, those qualities that you enjoy in another's voice. So again, I'm just going to share different concepts. I might be jumping around a little bit, but that's okay. That's why I made a video, so you can go back and listen to this if you want, if you find any value in it. So I would like to say this to you, that as you try to find your own voice, it's so important to ask the question, what do I want? And keep asking yourself the question. In fact, it's very interesting and dynamic to have a friend ask you this question over and over and over, and for you to do the same for them. Because I had a friend do it for me many years ago, and it really surprised me. Because the first 5 times she asked me, "What do you want?" I gave her very normal, expected answers. I said, "Oh, I want to be happy. Oh, I want to maybe get married. Oh, I want to have kids. Oh, I want to," just very general things. But she kept asking, "Philip, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want?" And maybe you can hear it in my voice. It brings up emotion now. And I realized there were things inside of me that I didn't even know I wanted. So there are so many things in our subconscious, our unconscious, deep down below that are moving us, affecting our behavior, our decision making that we maybe aren't even aware of. So it's very important, if you want to find your voice, ask yourself, what do you want? And not a bad idea to ask yourself, why do you want it? Just so that you can become more aware of your motivation for things, your intentions. Why do you want this? Just not to judge yourself, but just to be aware. Do you want to be famous? Do you want power? Do you want money? Do you want to get rich? Do you want to be successful? Maybe you're lonely. Maybe you want to attract a partner or a friend or a community. Just be honest. It's so important to be honest, at least with yourself. Whether or not you share your truth with other people, that's up to you. But at least behind closed doors, you know who you are and you know what you want. So that's the question. What do you want? You can meditate on this question for a long time. Secondly, I would like to say to you that it's very important, I feel, that your thoughts, your words, and your actions are in harmony. In other words, think about what it does to your energy. If you're thinking one thing, you're saying another thing, and then you're actually doing yet another thing, a third thing. I believe that the people that we admire, the powerful people, the great people that we know throughout history or maybe in our lives today, these are people who think, speak, and act in harmony. One of my favorite words is authenticity. Another one is integrity. But again, for me, they both go back to truth. Is this person honest? Are they transparent? Are they open? Are they humble? When you meet certain people, you just trust them right away. It's like they're sunshine, and you're like a flower, and you just open to them. You blossom in front of these people. So now I'm talking a little bit about unconditional love as well. People who are truthful and honest and loving, they're free, and they want you to be free. They don't want anything from you. They don't have any expectations that they are projecting onto you. They are just welcoming you into their space. And this is such a beautiful experience if you've had it, just to be loved without any conditions, just to be accepted at least for a few moments, just to be in that space with someone and share that space. Maybe nothing is even said. Maybe it's silent, silent, still space. Maybe you're just looking at each other, eyeballs to eyeballs, awareness to awareness, heart to heart. And maybe you're just sensing one another. Have you ever felt someone's energy inside of you? As if there were no separation, as if you could feel their feelings and think their thoughts. This is love connecting with love. Now you may think that we're not talking about the voice still, but we are. We very much are. Find your own truth, find your own love, your self-love. And if you don't love yourself, or if there's something you don't like about yourself, embrace it. Be honest. Talk about it. Write about it. Do some journaling. Speak about it. Is it something you can change, or is it something you can't change? If it's something that you can change, you can work towards that change and make it happen. If it's something you can't change, can you allow it? Can you accept it? Holding yourself as if you were your only child with that sort of love and mercy and kindness. So, again, thinking about the human being. Now, there are many emotions in the human being, but I like to simplify everything. And so basically, I feel like there are four major emotions. Basically, there's what we would call happiness, or peaceful, or maybe blah, maybe neutral, but you feel pretty good. Most of the time, right? People say, "How are you?" You're like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. Everything's okay. No emergency, no pain in the moment, emotional or physical or psychological." So there's that positive, happy, good space. And then the other three, really, to me, are reactions to loss. So either it's anger, somebody smashes into your car or something like that. Anger arises. You've lost something in that moment, or at least it feels like that. Or sadness. Maybe you've lost a friend, or you've lost an experience, lost a job. Could be anything, and you feel sad. Oh, I feel sad. I miss someone. I feel like something is missing from my life. And the other one is fear. I feel like I've lost control. I'm afraid of what is happening now, or what I think might happen in the future. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but maybe I'm afraid of the thoughts that my mind is telling me. So happiness, anger, sadness, and fear. So I think it's very important as we develop as a human being to really, again, be aware of what we're feeling. Doesn't mean you have to share it with everyone. I know people are afraid of conflict or being vulnerable, but again, at least you know, you can ask yourself in your head, what am I feeling? What am I thinking? What is the story going on in my mind? What are my thoughts? Am I peaceful? Am I agitated? Am I comfortable or uncomfortable? Basically, am I feeling pain or pleasure? Or a combination or mixture of those two? Singing, I'm going to jump again. I started singing, taking voice lessons. I guess I was about 19, and I took a voice class. And I still remember that moment, probably always will. And as you can see, it evokes emotion. I was having a voice lesson with my teacher, a great man, like a second father in a way. And I was singing this song, What I Did for Love, from Chorus Line. It's a musical. Whew. And as I got to one point, it goes like, gone, love is never gone, da 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 da. But when I got to that gone, something shifted. Something changed in my voice. And this huge voice came out that I had never known. My voice teacher's eyes, like his eyeballs, like, came out of his head. And even I was like, wow, where did that come from? And I was so thrilled, so happy to find that extra amount of voice. I remember going to my car after that lesson and just sitting there, like, so happy. I just kept singing it over and over because it felt so good in the body to sing that way, to be open, to feel this energy flowing through me. It felt just amazing. And singing continues to be that way for me. Obviously, your first time is always something very special, but every time I have a harmonium in front of me, actually, and I probably will play a little bit of it. But every time I sing, it opens my heart. I just feel connected to something greater than myself. And maybe that's where we go now as we think about being a spiritual being. Again, there are many different definitions and concepts about what that even means to be a spiritual being. Are you a soul? Are you spirit? Are you consciousness? Are you a greater reality? Are you a spark of the divine? What is your connection to life? What is your connection to the Creator? What is your connection to the universal mind, the universal spirit, aliveness, energy? Do you feel connected to something greater than yourself? Because if you do, I would suggest that you surrender to that. Surrender to that which is greater than yourself, that which lifts you up higher, and that which also brings you deep into your heart, into your center. And that is the practice. That is the spiritual practice. That is the path. Every day, every moment, from moment to moment, finding that truth within us, finding that love. Peace, love, truth. And surrendering to peace, love, and truth. Surrendering, being aware of what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what sensations you feel in the body. So I think I better stop here one moment. And I think it must have been about 10 minutes by now. So I'm just gonna sing a little bit for you. And again, it doesn't matter what the words are. If you would like to, you can just hum along with me. And again, if you enjoy this, you can play back the video and continue to sing. Practice. There we go. What else did I want to say? So it's a step, moment to moment. We're trying to find our voice. Yes, I used to take improv classes, improv comedy classes, and acting classes. And I think if you can do anything like this, it's so good. It's so good for you as a human being, as a communicator, as a leader, as a spiritual being. Again, to go outside of your comfort circle. I can't say that enough. Have courage. It's really not. Once you get into it, it's thrilling. It's not. Maybe it's scary, but it's exciting, scary. And the journey that you will go on is just amazing, really. It's a journey inside, and then as you go deeper inside, actually your outside changes. So if you change the inside, the external changes. And yeah, there are no limits to what you can experience, to what you can do, and to where you can go. Whoa. You can sing words and try to embody those words. I can sing the word love and try to feel love in every cell and fiber of my being. Or I can sing truth, compassion, mercy, power if I feel I need energy. I want energy. I want power to live my life. I surrender to the one. I love you. I love you. Truth, I speak the truth. I am honest with myself. I am aware of my thoughts and my feelings. I know what I want. I know how I want to serve as a leader. I am a free human being. I am an elevated spiritual being, rising higher and higher with every day, with every step, dissolving into love, merging with the beloved, and finding the truth within. Oh, I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. Just that I have clothes on my back, water to drink, food to eat, a beautiful world outside to explore. I am so blessed. We all are so blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Attitude is the best gratitude. Gratitude is the best attitude. I told you, sometimes my mouth doesn't work, and that's okay. It can create some humorous moments, keeps you humble. So thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me. This has been really wonderful for me. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. But thank you, Miriam, so much for allowing me to share. I've never done something like this, just shared about the voice and my journey and what it's been like. So thank you so much. I hope you guys all have a wonderful meeting. And maybe one day we can meet actually in person or virtually or something like that, and to have a real heartfelt conversation. That would be wonderful. So thank you so much, and goodbye.